Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Jeff Thompson. Just returned from the National Federation of the Blind Conference held in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, Sin City. It was a great conference held at the Mandalay Bay. It was a huge hotel. And yet, after day 1, day 2 was better, day 3 was great, and from there on, it was just getting to where you wanted to go. A lot of places I went to was the exhibit hall, the food court, House of Blues. There was a lot of places to visit, a lot of places to take in. I really enjoyed it. And I met up with a lot of people, a lot of new people, a lot of old people, and a lot of people in the exhibit hall. So we captured a lot of interviews, a lot of presentations, and we're going to share with you these in a series that we'll be releasing over the next week or so. So kick back, relax, and stay tuned for them. One that I want to share today is one with MB Patel, and he's the designer of the Bose frames. Now, you all may remember back during CSUN, Aira announced a partnership with Bose. That's when Brian Fisher bought his first pair, and we did an interview straight from CSUN using the Bose frames on his end.
Say what?
I'm going to play you an excerpt from the CSUN recap that Brian Fisher and I did with That Blind Tech Show, and he is using the Bose frames for his microphone. Sure, we did it across Zoom, so you might hear a little bit of that effect, but for the most part, the Bose frames work pretty dang well for the podcast. Aira is partnering up with Bose to work with them because they're using the special features that are in the glasses for navigation, the accelerometer. So that's great that they're working with them. But you were using that so people would recognize who you were. You were the blind guy with the guide dog and the Bose frames.
No, I'm not that egotistical. I was using them because at this conference, it is kind of loud, and it was great to just be able to have them on and hear voiceover through them. And I have noticed, they say only 3.5 hour battery life, but that's for talking on the phone or listening to music. Voiceover would last all day, and I'd still have 60% left. It was great. I'm just walking around the exhibit hall using the Bose frames, listening to voiceover.
I bought a pair of Bose frames myself, and Lori has a pair too. I have the Altos. Those are the larger ones, and they look like the Ray-Bans, while the Rondos are a little more smaller and a little more rounded. So the Bose frames, when you put them on, you're shocked for a second because you hear the sound in your head, but your ears are still open to the environment. And that's the really cool part about the Bose frames. You hear the sound, and you can still take in the environment. Now think about that. You're on a sidewalk. You want to hear the cars going by. You got a notification.
Destination in 200 feet.
You want to hear the notification. You're in a room, you're in a hotel, you're anywhere, and people just see you in sunglasses, kind of wearing that iconic Ray-Ban look, James Dean. Rock on. And let's not forget about the UV protection that the sunglasses provide for your eyes. The Bose frames just may be the best form factor that I have ever experienced when considering the environment and information I want to obtain. I got some great news to share with y'all because while attending the Aira party, Suman Kanigante, the president of Aira, the founder of Aira, announced that their partnership with Bose is going to lead to the next iteration of the Aira glasses. Yes, you're going to have sound and a camera all built into one.
I am currently wearing not the Horizon glasses, but something called Bose frames. I want to appreciate our partners who came all the way from Boston down to San Diego to make sure they are building the next generation of glasses with Aira for us.
And later on at the Aira party, MB Patel, the designer of the Bose frames, took to the stage to talk more about the Bose partnership with Aira. Back at convention at the exhibit hall, I met up with MB Patel and had a great conversation with him. And what was really neat about it, he found me because I was wearing the Bose frames, and he asked about the attachment that I had on the back of the glasses. Now, it's a string, and it has 2 couplings that go on. They kind of roll on, press on. It's rubber, and it goes onto the ends of the back of the frames of the glasses, right behind the ear. I slide them on there and I pull it up taut because when I'm out walking or when I'm out doing laps around the pool area, the heat and stuff, the glasses seem to slide down a little bit. This held the glasses in place. Plus, just a piece of rubber on each end of the frame arms creates enough tension or grip to keep the Bose frames in place when I would tie my shoe or pick something up. He was intrigued by this, took a picture of that, and said he's going to take it back to the lab and see what they can do about it. So it was really neat to meet up with MB and just have a conversation with them. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. You noticed I was wearing my Bose frames. Why did you notice those?
Yeah, because we actually designed it at Bose and we are very proud of that product. And I saw you wearing. I was curious to learn how you think about it and any feedback that you could give us to us.
Oh, I think they're great. I really don't take them off when I'm in this type of environment. Now, there's other times, like at home when I'm doing studio work, I wear big headphones, but I wouldn't be able to take in the environment like I can with these. So I really like them for that.
Yes. I think these are actually designed for open ear audio, we call it, where using this actually you are aware of the surroundings. At the same time, you're able to hear the other side of the conversation, whether it comes to music or whether it's a phone call. That's the whole purpose of this technology.
I really like the one button. It doesn't get too confusing. A phone call comes in, I can answer and hang up in one compression of that button.
Yes. And then also we're loading that same thing for play pause also. Like when you want to listen to the music, you can do that also. I don't know if you have a chance. Yeah.
And then if I wanted to get Siri activated, I could just hold it up because I use the Apple product.
The press and hold is that's going to do the Siri.
So you actually designed these?
Yes.
That's really neat because, when I first saw them come out, I was like, whoa, and everyone's asking questions about it.
Yeah.
And they say, wow, the sound's in my head. I can still hear.
Yes.
So it's very impressive.
Yes, we have been working on this open ear audio technology for many years now. And we found a great, the form factor that actually really can showcase the technology. And that's what you're seeing right now.
Now, in the blindness community, one of the benefits I think we have is because we use it for voiceover. So we're not constantly pumping music all the time. And I get a good day's worth, like a convention like this. I don't run out of power.
Yeah. I think they're designed for 4 to 4.5 hours, or somewhere around that. I think because they automatically shut off if you're not using it, ends up actually using it for the most of the day. So.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with them. I like the case with it. I travel with them. It actually helps with the UV out here in Las Vegas.
Excellent, yeah. Thank you. I'm really glad actually you're liking them. And again, thank you for your input about some of the fit and then what we can do with it. So
all right.
I'll take that feedback back to the team and then we'll see what we can do.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
It was quite the experience at the NFB convention and with Ira bringing MB Patel to the conference to meet up with him and talk to him about a product that I use, I like, that I own, the Bose frames, and to hear about the partnership they're developing on creating the next Ira glasses by Bose. Now, this partnership with Bose is quite iconic. Ira, which builds a product and offers a service to the blindness community, is partnering up with a big-name company that makes products worldwide. And this awareness that they're going to bring to the blindness community is none other than spectacular. I think it's great. My hat's off to Ira for reaching out for this partnership and for Bose for accepting it. And who knows what kind of products will be developed beyond this. So that's the kind of experience you can get from attending the National Federation of the Blind Convention. And that's the kind of expectations we've been expecting from Ira. Always going beyond a little bit of our expectations makes it quite exciting to hear the news coming out. And pay attention to the news coming out of Ira. They just released some information about this thing coming up in the fall. We don't know what it's going to actually look like. The details are a little vague right now, but there's a possibility that everybody will have access to Ira services for free. Whether it's a limited amount of calls, time, we don't know what it's going to look like, but the first rollout of it is going to go to active Ira users. So download the free Ira app today and be part of a growing community. So stay tuned to Blind Abilities, and we got a lot more convention coverage coming up for you over the next week or two. And you can find more podcasts with the blindness perspective on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities, and download the free Blind Abilities app from the App Store and the Google Play Store. That's 2 words, Blind Abilities. And you can enable the Blind Ability skill on your Amazon device just by saying, Enable Blind Abilities. And if you're using Overcast, Downcast, or the podcast app in your iPhone, or any other podcatcher, just search for us as Blind Abilities. Once again, that's 2 words, Blind Abilities. And most importantly, I want to thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed. And until next time, bye-bye.
When we share
what we see
through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap between
the limited expectations and the realities
of blind abilities.
The realities of blind
abilities.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities. Download our app from the App Store, blindabilities, that's 2 words, or send us an email at info@blindabilities.com. Thanks for listening.